successful with Just Been Paid. Just Been Paid. Best program on the web. We have the numbers to prove it. Well, we're not too bad. Today we had another day, almost 7,000 people. Almost 6,000? So I keep forgetting if it's 6,000 or 7,000. Let me check. Pretty interesting. Yep, 6,866 people. Almost 7,000 people. I guess 80 less people than yesterday. 80 less people than yesterday, so that was a little disappointing. Almost 7,000 people signed up 2 days in a row now. Before that, it was 6,000, 5,500, 5,2, 5,2, 4,7. Looks like we're doing what I said we were going to do a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, we did what we call the restart. The restart is a temporary drop in business because people get discouraged, disillusioned, confused, whatever else they do. They go into denial. Well, the restart was a little bit dramatic, this last restart. Future restarts won't be as dramatic. So we have to experience every once in a while a little bit less business. We're going back up now, bigger than we ever were before. We were at Alexa rating, was it 341 a couple of days ago? Yes, today it went back to 400 and something or 500 and something, I forget. That means we're among the top 400 or so websites worldwide. Top 500 is pretty good. Top 400 is a lot better. Top 200 would be even better. Top 100 would be great, wouldn't it? We might just get there. Of course, there's a lot of competition at the top. I'm sure it gets harder and harder to get to go up a few spots. And if you haven't noticed, every once in a while when you're on our websites right now, you'll get a everybody makes money. Nobody loses any money. Very important concept. If you hear of somebody losing money, they're lying. They don't understand the program. They refuse to follow the simple steps. Maybe they put money into our system. They bought positions and they said, well, that's all I got to do is buy positions. They didn't read the instructions. There are other instructions. They're not very difficult, but you have to follow the simple steps. Otherwise, it might look like you lost money, but nobody loses money if you follow the simple steps. You don't have to promote your website. If you get involved in a restart, you might have to buy, or you will have to buy some placements and placement upgrades. Maybe just placements. Just Been Paid is the greatest place on the web because of these reasons. Again, everybody makes money. You may start making money within 24 hours. You get paid back anywhere between 150, well, actually anywhere between 200 and 250%. 200 and 300% is better. You get paid back 200 to 300% of your money. Whatever you spend on advertising, that's what you buy at Just Been Paid. When you buy JSS AAA positions or JSS positions, you're buying advertising. And we reward you greatly for buying the advertising in the form of rebates. In this case, we call it daily earnings. We pay you every day. That's what people like. They like to get paid every day, just a little bit. We used to do it the other way. When we had only JSS, you'd get paid when your 2x2 matrix cycled. Turned out to be about the same amount of money. You tripled your money, a little bit less than tripling your money. But you had to wait till the very end, till your matrix was filled, and then you got paid. JSS Tripler pays you every day. People like that. Actually, they really like that. That's the reason why JSS Tripler is so successful. And it's getting to be more and more successful because, number one, nobody loses any money. Usually in 2% programs, you lose your money eventually if you don't get in at the right time, if you don't know the program owners, or if you can't promote your website. You lose money. All of these HYIP programs close down in a few months. Sometimes they last a year or more, but usually they close down in a few months. They cannot pay you 2% per day forever. Just Been Paid is different. JSS Tripler will pay you 2% forever on your active JSS Tripler positions. The other thing that's extremely important, we are going to do this for many years to come because the program is indefinitely sustainable. It was specifically designed to be indefinitely sustainable. Frederick Mann has been working on this for years. Frederick Mann is the owner of the company. He's always been trying to create a program that's indefinitely sustainable. In fact, he broke up a few projects, I understand, because at the very end he said, no, this isn't good enough. The program is eventually going to go bottoms up, so why should we even open it? There's Frederick Mann, the owner of the company, very dedicated to coming up with a system that's worth launching. It just isn't going to make him a bad name. Just Been Paid is obviously very successful right now. We've already done 2 restarts. That's what keeps our system going and going. Nobody's lost any money. Nobody will ever lose any money in our program as long as they follow the simple steps. Welcome to Just Been Paid. You have found what everybody has been looking for. A program where you can make lots of money for doing nothing, right? You don't have to promote your website. The top 20 earners on the JSS Tripler, top 20 earners on the Just Been Paid blog, they prove that. Some of these people are on the top 20 earners list, and they have not told anybody about what they're doing. They haven't had to sponsor anybody, and they're still on the list of top 20 earners. The top earner has earned over $200,000, something like that. Everybody on the list has earned over $100,000. You can make that kind of money without sponsoring anybody. This is not MLM. You don't have to build a downline. Don't have to recruit people. You don't have to talk to your friends and family. You can tell absolutely nobody and still be in the top 20. Very powerful feature. That's what Frederick Mann wanted right from the very beginning. Everybody can make money. Nobody loses any money. The program is indefinitely sustainable. Welcome to Just Been Paid. We have lots of support for you, lots of help, lots of assistance. Ask your questions in this room, for example, and it's open 24/7, other than 1 hour per week, I'm told. That's pretty much 24/7, isn't it? 24/7, and get your questions answered within seconds. That's pretty fast. Seconds? 6 moderators in here tonight. I bet you if you get your question answered pretty quickly tonight. In fact, if you have any questions while I speak, feel free to get them answered. Just put your question at the bottom of the box, bottom of the screen, and we'll be all over it. Now, if we cannot answer your question in this room because we need to log into your account, then we'll have to send you over to the help desk. And I'm told the help desk is answering help desk requests within 24 hours normally. That's really fast. We had some serious problems. We were answering them in 5 days or 7 days or something absolutely ridiculous. People didn't like that, obviously. We've got that down to 24 hours now. On a bad day, maybe 48 hours. If your situation needs to be escalated to somebody else, it might take a little bit longer. That's pretty good service, isn't it? We also have a JSS training room that teaches you how to cycle your JSS positions. A few people in there working exclusively to help you get your JSS positions to cycle. That's a big topic for a lot of people. Everybody had just been paid. You'll eventually have JSS positions, so learn how to cycle them. It's really easy to do. It takes me about 5 to 10 minutes per day to take care of my JSS positions. And I could take care of them once per week if I wanted to, but I go in every day, make sure I'm doing everything I can be doing. And I'm following the simple steps, the same steps that are taught in the conference room. Following simple steps. I'll get to that in a minute. Following simple steps. We also teach you how to promote your website. If you'd like to learn how to promote your website, we have a special marketing training center, a website with webinars twice a day, 4 days a week, teaching you how to do the things you need to do to make money on the internet. Welcome to Just Been Paid. You just have to follow the simple steps. And we tell you them constantly. When you log into the member area, it says, click here. New members, click here first. That's JSS Tripler. Then you get into JSS Tripler. There's 3 buttons there. These are the 3 easy steps. Click here, click here, click here. In fact, you can spring right to the 3rd button if you want to, because we give you $10 for free just for participating. You have to pay it back in 60 days, but we give you $10 just to start, so you can test the system and actually make a profit. We give you the $10 to help you out, to get you started, and you can actually make a profit with that money. So you don't need any money to start. Of course, if you spend more money, you make more money. If you want to make just a little money, spend a little bit of money. If you want to make a lot of money, you spend a lot of money, use your own money, buy JSS Tripler positions, buy as many positions as you can afford, reinvest your earnings and buy new Tripler positions. That's new advertising credits that you're buying with your earnings. That compounds your money so that you make not just 60% per month, you make like 70, 80% per month, maybe 90% per month. How much percent do you make per month if you reinvest all of your earnings? I guess it depends. If you have enough money every day to buy new positions because you invested a little bit more, then maybe you can get 80% or more compounding. But if you only put in $50, if you only buy $50 of positions, it will take you a little longer. You won't be able to compound your money as quickly and as often, right? So compound your money as often as you can by buying new advertising, new JSS Tripler positions. That's how you make the most money. withdraw as little money as you can too. The whole idea is to make money, so obviously you want to withdraw money, but if you keep your money in the program and reinvest it by buying new tripler positions with your earnings, you'll make the most money. That's what you want, right? In the end, you like to make the most money. So reinvest your money as often as you can, as long as you can stand it. Use the money that you can live without for a few months. That's the best strategy. Don't use the money that you really need back in 75 days exactly, because it might take longer than 75 days to get, or it might take longer than 50 days to get all of your earnings back. Normally you'll get your earnings back in 50 days, right? The money you put in, you get it back in 50 days, and then after that, you get profits every day. Hold on a second, I gotta take the bread out of the oven. Hold on. Just right now, the rest of my family's gone to bed pretty much. That's what happens when you work at home with your screaming children, complaining spouse, barking dogs, meowing cats. Gotta take the bread out of the oven. Gotta let the dog out, let the dog in. It's a tough life here at home. If you like working at home, great place to be. I like being at home. I really do. So, welcome to Just Spend Paid. You're at the right place. You're at your places everyone's been looking for since the internet started. These programs have been popping up, helping you make money. But none of them have been indefinitely sustainable. Maybe the MLM programs are, the programs where nobody makes any money. Maybe the normal affiliate programs are still running. The other programs where also nobody makes any money. Only the people that know how to promote their website well. But the people who want to just spend money and make money, so far, you've only had what we call cycling programs, doublers, triplers, surfing programs that pay 2% per day. That's what the surfing program started. That's the only thing you've been able to get. And these programs are normally very short-lived, only a few months, sometimes a year, sometimes a little more than a year. Very seldom 2 years, 3 years, very, very seldom. And then they all disappear. Every single HYIP that was open 5 years ago, for example, it's gone. Remember 5 years ago when you lost $10,000 in an HYIP? Some people have lost $10,000, $50,000, hundreds of thousands of dollars in HYIPs. They're very risky. You have to be very careful with HYIPs. Not with Just Spend Paid. We're very much like an HYIP, at least when you get started. JSS Tripler looks very similar to an HYIP. But because of the restart feature that we use every few months, we used to say every 6 to 18 months, but for some reason the first two took place in 4 to 6 months. We're going to be changing around the restart just a little bit, especially we're especially going to restart less positions. Last time we restarted 75% of the positions, up to 75% of the positions. This time we're going to be restarting up to 20%, 30%, something like that. It's going to be very nice compared to the last restart. But that's our method to keep the system going forever. We're expecting to be around for many years. Great place to be. You can invite your friends and family to join us. Any of your best internet contacts, because we're not going away. I don't think we're ever going away. If I'm not here, someone else will be here. If Frederick is not running the program, somebody else will be running it, because the program is a huge money maker for everybody. All members, promoters especially, the owner of the company. Everybody makes money in this program. It's a money maker for everybody. And in one way, shape, or form, this program will be around forever. And you have the opportunity today to start making money within 24 hours. More money you spend, the more money you make, to just been paid. What's happening today, what's going to be happening tomorrow, and then we're going to open up the room to your questions. So be patient, another 15 minutes or so, half hour, then you can get your questions answered from me. In the meantime, you can get your questions answered from any of the moderators. Our moderators are highly trained. One of them I don't recognize his or her name, but all the other ones I recognize. They're all highly trained. They're in here every day or two. They are our first line of support, or your first line of support. They know the answers to most of the questions. But if there really is a complicated question, or if you'd like me to answer the question, I'll be answering it in a few minutes. But let's take care of the new people first. Let's try to make a good first impression here. Everybody behave, please. For the new people, there's 2 ways to make money in our system. If you didn't figure it out yet, all you got to do is log into Just Been Paid, click on JSS Tripler, and buy JSS Tripler positions. That's the method number 1, the method most people use, most popular method, probably the method where you'll make the most money the quickest also. That's what everybody's looking for, so just do that. Buy JSS Tripler positions. Buy as many as you can afford. That is method number 1. Method number 2, and there are only 2 methods, by the way, to make money in the system currently. There'll be more as we go on over the next few weeks and months. Method number 2, find other people who buy JSS Tripler positions. I'm making it really easy for you, but it really is. It's really easy. People make it complicated. People get overwhelmed, though. You'd be surprised how many people get overwhelmed. That's why we need 30 people in support we have right now. Some people get overwhelmed if you send them an email. Oh, my goodness, I just received an email. What does it say? Oh, I can't look at it right now. It's true. People get very overwhelmed. People get overwhelmed very quickly. People have a busy life. Lots of children, lots of family, lots of job. They're working 2 jobs, 3 jobs. They're unemployed. They have a lot of stress, a lot of things they have to put behind them. People are overwhelmed pretty easy. So we're trying to make our system even easier than it is now, because it's still too difficult for some people. Look for that coming out very soon. Maybe I'll talk about that in current events. But we're coming out with some pretty great things to make our system even easier. But actually, it's really very simple. So try to put away your list of excuses. That's one of the reasons, well, that's one of the biggest reasons people are not successful on the internet. They have a list of excuses. All day long they're saying, no, I can't do that. No, that's too much. No, I've never done that before. No, you shouldn't have to do that. Lots of objections that people have to being successful. Following the simple steps. If you do what I did back in 2002 and just play dumb. When back in 2002 I received my first email, it said, sign up here, Carl, and you can make money on the internet. What did I do? Oh, this sounds interesting. I'll try this. I clicked here, signed up. Then it said spend $20. Okay, I'll do that. I've got $20. Let me look here. Yeah, I got $20. Then I logged in, and it said, Carl, if you want to make money in this program, you have to find other people who spend $20. Whoa. Okay, I can do that. See, I just followed the simple steps. I did what they told me to do. I didn't whip out my list of excuses that said, nope, I'm not going to spend any more money, and if this program doesn't pay me for doing nothing, I'm not going to participate. I don't know how to copy and paste that well. I don't know how to advertise. I mean, there's a long list of excuses that people have. I didn't use any of those excuses. I could have thought up an excuse maybe, but I didn't have any. I didn't have a list of excuses. I simply followed the simple steps. I started making money right away. I did. Started advertising my website. That was the only way to make money in this program, so I started advertising my website. I started posting my ads in safe lists and classified ads and ad blasters, and I did it, and it worked because I just followed the simple steps. And it does work. Doesn't work that good maybe, but it works. And that's what everybody needs to do. We try to make it simple. Sometimes we make it so simple it looks complicated. In fact, one of the new simple systems we're going to bring out, it's going to show you a video and it's going to show you step-by-step pictures of where you need to click. A video where you need to click, pictures where you need to click. You can't get any simpler than that. It's ridiculously simple. So we're going to make it even simpler than it is now. And that will help a lot more people, obviously. That will help the other people who really still cannot get started. But follow the simple steps, put away your list of excuses, and you will be successful in this program. This program is different than other programs. It's different than your offline job. You've been trained your whole life to do your offline job. If you're a construction worker, you've been trained your whole life. Your mommy says you have to take a bath today, so you take a bath. Your mother said you have to get up and get ready for school. It's time. Then you had to do that. You have to get good grades in school, or you try your best. You have to do your chores. You have to eat politely. Those are the rules that you learn your whole life so that you can be a construction worker. You have to finish high school maybe, go to some kind of, you have to learn how to be a construction worker, go to school, technical school, whatever you do, or watch somebody else. Some people learn it just by watching. You have to follow those steps. And if you follow those steps, you can be a construction worker. If you follow more steps, you can be a doctor. But you have to follow those steps. There is no other way to be a doctor other than to get a doctor's degree online, and it costs you $50 or something. I think that's called malpractice. Online, it's different. You don't have to do all that stuff. You don't have to take a shower. You don't have to get out of bed. You don't have to go to work. You don't have to start your car. You don't have to have a car to get to work. You don't have to eat politely. You don't have to do this stuff. There are other rules when you work at home, when you try to make money online. Nobody sees you. You're working for yourself. But you have to do other simple things. And if you don't do those things, you won't make any money. Offline, if you don't go to your job, don't get up on time, don't get back from lunch on time, you lose your job, you won't have a job. If you don't look for a job, you won't have a job either, I guess. You have to follow the simple steps. Online, there's different steps, but you have to follow those too. In Just Been Paid, I told you what the steps are. Those are the steps. Those are the only steps. You only need a few minutes a day for this program, or a few minutes a week, to make a lot of money. So follow the steps. Either buy JSS triplet positions. You can actually buy JSS positions directly too, but most people don't do that because it's not as satisfying. You don't make money right away. It takes longer to make the money, or it looks like it takes longer to make the money. Just buy JSS triplet positions. Or find other people who buy JSS triplet positions. Those are the two ways. Those are the steps. That's it. I'm making it really simple because it really is simple. You'll find a lot of FAQs, tutorials, websites to look at, videos to watch, and they're all designed to assist you further. But you don't need to look at any FAQs, any videos. All you have to do, log in, click on JSS Triplet, buy your position, start making money. You don't have to waste all your time looking at all this information. You don't need to be an expert on how this program works. If you start advertising your website and people sign up and they ask you, hey, what's going on here? How do I make money in this program? You say, oh, it's really a great program. I've made all kinds of money. Make sure you go to the conference calls. Make sure you go to the conference room. They'll answer all your questions there. It's so great. And then if you really have a difficult thing you need to get through, open up a help desk request. They answer your questions within 24 hours. Great program, great place to be. You're going to make all kinds of money if you follow the simple steps. That's all you got to do. Okay. One other thing I need to say tonight, and I always say this because I think it's important, we still have a system that looks amateurish in some places. The affiliate websites, most of them look kind of amateurish. They were done by an amateur. That's why they're amateurish. They weren't done by professionals, professional web designers or presentation experts. The member area has some things that make you stumble, needs to be fixed, it needs to be perfected, needs to be better. The sign-up process could be a little more friendly maybe. The videos, some of them are outdated. The FAQs, some of them are outdated. We have lots of things that we could be doing to improve our system. I could name 500 things probably. But the fact is, the things that are hurting your eyes and your ears, they're not a problem. Because you can already make a lot of money by following the simple steps. Don't use things that you see and hear on the website that hurt your eyes and your ears. Don't use those as an excuse not to make lots of money. We're going to get rid of most of those problems as we go along. But keep in mind, we concentrate on the most important things, and we do those first, and then we do everything else. Every conversation that I have with Frederick, the owner of the program, I speak to him every day or two. What's important? What have we got to do the next couple of days? That's always the only thing we talk about. What has to be done in the next week or two, that's not important. We have a priority list. We stick to that priority list just as good as we can. If something doesn't get on the number one priority list, it doesn't get done, at least not for the next few days or a few weeks. There are lots of things that we can be doing to help people make more money, and those are the things we're doing. And everything else we'll do later. So please bear with us. If you do see things that hurt your eyes and your ears, we probably know it's a problem. We'll fix it eventually. But we have bigger and better things that we need to be doing right now. And we're doing them, believe me. Alexa rating 341 a couple of days ago. Alexa rating 400 and something today, I believe, or yesterday. We're doing something right. People are breaking down the doors to get in. We had almost 7,000 people sign up yesterday. Almost 7,000 people sign up the day before that. We're doing something right. Okay, welcome to Just Been Paid. That was the presentation that I do just about every day except Friday and Saturday. I get a day off. Somebody else does the presentation for me. You're welcome to come in and listen to Dominic too. Friday and Saturday mornings if you'd like to. Now we're going to talk about current events. We have about 80,000 more JSS positions to put into the JSS system to finish up the restart, which started a month and a half ago. Got to be a little bit more patient, people. Most people have all of their positions. Most people have most of their positions. Some people don't have any of their positions yet. If you're really unlucky, you'll be the last person to get a position. So the whole thing should take about a week still. Then we'll be done with the last restart. As soon as you get your JSS position, or positions, by placements for spots number 1 and 2. That's the most important thing you can do. If you do that immediately, you'll probably cut down your cycling time by 30 days, 30 whole days. If you don't do it after 30 days, we will force you to buy placements in spots number 1 and 2, and we'll give you a loan to do that. In the end, you still make the same amount of money. It's better to buy them yourself as soon as you can. JSS Triple Restart number 2. It's our second one. Actually very successful. Worked out very well. Took place in 8 hours. It should have taken only 15 minutes. Took place in 8 hours. The next restart will probably take place really in just 15 minutes. Then putting the JSS positions in, we had to put in over 600,000 positions. That's why it's taking so long. And it just happens to be at a point in time where our servers are running really slow because of all the growth that we're going through. If you send 7,000 new people to most any program on the internet, the server is going to crash. The whole system is just going to come to a standstill. We have quite a big system, still running kind of slow, with 7,000 people joining a day. Next thing that's coming up, as far as I know, the next thing that's going to happen, the next thing you'll be seeing will be the regional representatives page still. As far as I know, that's still the next big priority. I'm not quite sure why it wasn't done today, but I think it will be done tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll give you the link to the regional representatives page. I'm pretty sure it's going to be done tomorrow. In the meantime, you can already start putting in your regional representative's information in your Just Been Paid profile, and of course clicking on yes, I want to be on the regional representatives page. Why would you want to be on the regional representatives page? The reason is because you have something to offer to the Just Been Paid membership. You have something special. The most important thing that you have to offer is probably a foreign language. That's why most people are going to go to this page. If you're just somebody that speaks English and you know the Just Been Paid program pretty well, that's not of great value, really, because we have 30 people on staff who know the program inside and out too. But they know the program inside and out in English. The regional representatives page was specifically designed to help people in other languages. So in the future, if somebody speaks only Russian, let's pick on the Russians today. If somebody speaks only Russian, they read only Russian, they can't do hardly any English, how are they going to be successful in Just Been Paid? They're not. They can use a translator somehow on the internet, and that might help them, but it's still going to be very difficult for them to figure things out. So what do? They go to the regional representatives page. They choose Russian. I assume that's what Russians speak, Russian. And then what will be listed? All of the Just Been Paid members who have somehow proved themselves to be good at the program. They know the Just Been Paid program, and they speak Russian. Those are the only people you'll see on that page, which means we have to have a approval process. Approval process is pretty easy. You show us what you got in your profile. If you just put in there, I speak Russian, that's probably not enough. You need to put in there somehow, these are the pages that I've translated already into Russian. This is the step-by-step guide that I've made for my downline, that I've made for my referrals in Russian. This is the cool video that I made of me signing up in Russian. Those type of things. This is my Skype address so that people can chat with me in Russian. This is a picture of my grandmother. She's Russian. I don't know what you need to put in there, but in any case, there's going to be an approval process. And then you'll be able to go on to the regional representatives page, which means Just Been Paid will be opened up to the entire planet. Everybody in every language will be able to participate, because there are lots of experts out there in languages and Just Been Paid. So if you're an expert in Just Been Paid, that might not be enough. There are a lot of people that know the Just Been Paid system. And like I said, we have 30 people on staff who know Just Been Paid in English. But in other languages, it's a little bit harder to find somebody. That's why we're coming up with the regional representatives page. Did I say enough about that tonight? I think so. Just put in the most information you can. You might want to put in something that you've translated, some documents that you put into Russian or something. Make sure we know about those, and then we'll be able to easily say, oh, okay, approved. Looks like a good person to have on our regional representatives page. Okay, so that's what you need to do. We have a few other things that we'll be doing, including upgrading our servers so they all run faster, email server, so that runs faster. So we can send out more emails because we're not sending out all the emails we need to be sending out to people to help people get to the next step, for example. The user experience will be greatly improved in the next few days and weeks. Level 2 of the Just Been Paid compensation plan. New programs, new ways to make money in our system. I can't tell you the other thing that's coming. There's one other thing that's really, really big that's coming out too. All I can do is say it's going to be big. It's going to be great. That's all I'm allowed to say. Sorry, I can't tell you anything else, but we've got lots coming down the road. Remember, we have lots of time too. We have lots of money, lots of time, great members, great staff supporting you, great management. A program that's indefinitely sustainable. Nobody loses any money. Everybody makes money. You only have to follow the simple steps. We've got lots of time. So look forward to many years to come. Let's open up the room to your questions. If you've been saving questions, now is the time to put them in the room. I will only answer questions that are posted in red. It's almost impossible for me to answer your questions in black. If I answer everybody's questions, the questions start scrolling up too far on the screen and they disappear, and people are wondering what I'm talking about because we're so far behind. We did that a few weeks. That didn't work out too well. Now I'm only answering the questions in red. And of course, the moderators, they write in red, so get one of the moderators to get your question to me. Of course, they're going to just answer it if they know the question. But if they're not quite sure for some reason, they'll repost it for me, and I'll be happy to answer it. Any question is fine. Any question at all, don't worry. Don't be shy. If I don't know the answer to the question, I'll let you know, but normally I'm going to know the answer. I've been in this room for almost 2 years now, every single day, sometimes 3 days, sometimes 3 times a day. I know the answers to the questions. I'm paid to know the answers to the questions too, I guess. Here we go. Kenya has the first question. I have a friend that is only 17 years old. Can he be my referral? If they can only use Alert Pay, I guess they cannot. I think in the other payment processors, they can be younger. Do we have a age policy yet, Cindy? I don't think we published it yet. Is that true? We were going to. We were thinking about it. I'm not sure if Frederick has taken that step yet. Maybe he has not. Not yet. Thank you, Cindy. Christopher has the next question. How long is the premium placements going to take? Premium placements take about 26 days right now, I believe, to fill. Premium placements are a beautiful thing. You upgrade your placements to premium. It costs you $5, and then you just wait. You have nothing else to do. In a few weeks, your placements are filled. If you're lucky, your positions cycle. You get your $60 rebates, and then you move on and try to cycle the next JSS positions. Carolyn has the next question. One of my referrals has 45 positions waiting to be transferred to JSS since 2/5. 2/5. Oh, well, 2/5 was... Why since 2/5? The restart was on 1/7, right? So I don't understand why 2/5. Maybe they just have to fill out a help desk request and find out what happened. Because normally if you buy... maybe you're talking... See, it depends. Maybe those positions are due to them because of their participation in JSS Tripler, but they're not going to get those positions until they upgrade their Just Been Paid membership. You don't get your JSS positions normally unless you upgrade your Just Been Paid membership with $15. A restart has different rules. Everybody just gets their JSS positions in a restart. I think that's what you're talking about, Kim. That must be the reason. Adrian has the next question. Is it true that Mark's, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, Zuckerberg, in German, of Facebook endorses JSS Tripler? I doubt it. He's mainstream. Everyone's looking at him. Everyone's watching exactly what he does. JSS Tripler is kind of a weird program. You give your money to somebody you don't know. It's not backed up by a bank or the government agency or anything. It's located in the Netherlands. It's kind of weird. I highly doubt that he endorses JSS Tripler. Jay asks the next question. Carl, could you talk about how so many have cashed in their 401ks to generate a great income in JBP? I don't know. I didn't even know people have done that, although I do know that 401ks are nothing compared to what JSS and JSS Tripler can do for you. So I'm not surprised that they've done that. Like I say, I wouldn't put your grocery money into JSS and JSS Tripler. I wouldn't put your rent money in there because you're going to need that money in a month or two to pay your rent, right? But any other money that you have, the worst place is on a bank. In a bank, you get 2%, 5% per year, right? Do the math. Moneymaker has the next question. When does he think the premium placement filling will get back to 2 weeks? 2 weeks, I think that could happen, Moneymaker, because 2 weeks is still a long time for a lot of people. But I guess it's hard to make that calculation. I don't know. Of course, we've had a lot of buying of JSS Tripler positions over the last few weeks since the restart. When all of those mature, when they all get to 75 days, then there'll be a lot of people getting free JSS positions. So at that point in time, so I would say count 75 days after January 7th. Can anybody do that? What's the date that there are going to be a lot of positions put into JSS? January 7th plus 75 days. Some people have already counted that, I'm sure. I've never counted that. But that's when a lot more positions are going to be used to fill premium placements. March 21st. So another month. One more month of a little bit slower or a lot slower premium placements being filled. Like I say, I don't care. I just log into JSS, buy my premium placements, and then I wait. JSS positions are like money in the bank. No difference. The only thing is they don't pay out every day like JSS Tripler do. JSS positions only pay out when they're done, when they're full. How are we doing on questions? Never talk like that, Carl. What did I say? What did I say? Everybody get all the questions answered tonight? Everybody understand how the program works? Don't get distracted by, don't read the FAQs, my goodness. I've been asking Frederick to take down the FAQs or simplify the FAQs for almost 2 years now. The FAQs are too complicated. FAQs should be like 5 or 10 things. And we have somebody working on that, so we'll have some simplified FAQs soon. Maybe people are really bored. Making 2% per day, it's really boring. I find it boring sometimes. 2% per day, log into your account once per day, reinvest your earnings. That is boring. Some people are making $2,000 or more per day. Log into your account, buy 200 new positions with that $2,000 that you made. What a life. That's boring. Now, if you want to spice it up a little bit, learn how to promote your website and then promote your website, then you can make up to $500 per day per referral, up to $250 per day per referral. Want to spice it up a little bit? Start making money from the money of other people. Cindy has the next question. What do you think about direct mail for advertising? What a great idea. People are overwhelmed with all the email that they receive and all the banner ads that they see. Send them a postcard. There are some postcard companies out there. All you have to do is think of something simple to put on the postcard. Put your put www.tripler.biz on the postcard and then your username, and then tell them to go to your website. I've made so much money with this program. www.tripler.biz and enter my username as the sponsor, and I'll show you how to do it, and then call me when you have questions. That's a very good way to advertise, I'm sure. Is it going to cost you money? Yes. Company that sends out thousands of postcards for you without doing anything, that's going to cost you some money. Is it going to be worth it? I would assume it's going to be very good. Leo has the next question. Any updates on platinum upgrades? No, only that I don't think Frederick is interested in that yet. Frederick makes the final decision. Everybody else on staff recommends things to him. If we just say, can we just do platinum placement soon? He'll say no. If you come up with a really good reason, he might still say no, but there's a lot better chances that he'll say yes, obviously. Is there a good reason for us to bring out platinum placements yet? See, we're going to be decreasing the time it takes to fill premium placements in a few days or another month or so, right? We just calculated. In 1 month, it's going to look a lot better. You're going to be able to get your premium placements filled much more quickly. And whenever I ask Frederick, well, isn't that quite a long time to wait for premium placements to be filled? A whole month? He says the same thing every time. Carl, if people can double their money in 6 months, they should be very happy. If they can double their money in a year, they should be happy. That's what JSS gives you, the ability to double your money, at a minimum, double your money in 6 months or a year. Even if it takes a long time to fill premium placements, it still doubles your money within 6 months or a year. That's really, really good, obviously. It takes 10 years at a bank. Best strategy, spend most of your money on JSS tripler positions, spend some of your money on JSS placements and placement upgrades. Leave a little bit of money for placements and placement upgrades, spend most of your money on new JSS tripler positions. JMO has the next question. Carl, would you buy Synergy Surf positions and wait for them, or what is needed to cycle them? What I personally do is buy placements right away. I didn't do that a couple weeks ago. I waited until the system gave me a loan for the placements. That's not a good idea. I'm not going to do that anymore. Buy placements for spots number 1 and 2. Saves you 30 days in the cycling process. And then just wait. Then it will probably take you 2 months. Wait 2 months, and then you should be able to get your positions to cycle within 1 more month. So altogether it should take 3 months right now for most of your positions to cycle. Some of them will take longer. Some of them might go faster. That's my strategy. It would help you a lot to go to listen to the JSS in doc format, DOC format. I do not have Microsoft Publisher to open the ones on the site. If you see Microsoft Publisher documents on the site, please report that to the help desk. They shouldn't be on there. Documents should be in PDF format or in HTML format. And probably not in DOC format, but that's maybe more acceptable. But definitely not PUB, Publisher format. Okay? Colette has the next question. Carl, does free JSS from a member that didn't upgrade to level 1 go to fill other member of matrices? When you get your free JSS positions after 75 days of participation, remember, after 75 days of JSS triplet participation, you get free JSS positions. If you're not upgraded to level 1, you won't receive those JSS positions. Now that has nothing to do with the restart. The JSS triplet restart has different rules. So what happens if you don't upgrade, then your positions just don't get put into the system. They just sit there and wait until you upgrade. So they don't go under somebody else's positions. They just don't go anywhere. They wait until you've upgraded. Okay? If I understood your question right, that's the answer. Next question is from JVP 4200. Is the calculator being updated for figuring restarts? Not that I know of. Best thing to do for the calculator, just keep in mind your earnings will be, just say 20% less. So if the calculator says at the end of 6 months you'll have $500, just say, okay, 20% less than that would be $400, right? So don't count on $500, count on $400. That's the money that you get from JSS Triplet. Remember that other $100, you'll still get that back over in JSS. And James has the next question. Carl, did you say by placements only? I said that's what I do. Now, if you want to cycle your JSS positions the quickest, you want to get your money out just as quick as you can, then you buy placements and placement upgrades for spots number 1 and 2. The reason you do that, listen to this, do the math. It's better to make $20 20 times than to make $60 twice. It's better to make $20 20 times, that's $240, than just to make $60 twice, that's $120. You make twice as much money. You make money faster. You don't make much money. You don't make as much money for each position that cycles in JSS, but you do, in the end, you do make more money because you're aggressively buying. You're being more aggressive in the buying of your placements and placement upgrades. It's up to you. I like just logging in once a day, so buying just the placements. And then after a couple of months, then I look to see if I can buy one more placement or two more placements or placement upgrades, and that's how I think that's the way to make the most money. Well, actually, it's not the way to make the most money, like I said, but you make pretty good profits still, and you don't have to do much. Okay? Is everybody doing okay? Next time I'll be in here will be tomorrow night. Looks like I have one more question. Is there one more question after this one? We've been in here quite a while already. I'm happy to answer questions if you keep them coming. Otherwise, we're out of here. Remember, you don't make much money in this room. You make money buying positions and finding other people who buy positions, right? Okay. Next question is from Cindy. Has Frederick considered having a feature that allows us an early cash out in Tripler with penalties applied, similar to an early cash out of a Roth IRA? Yes, he has. Are we going to do that in the next couple of days because we think it's the most important? No. Is it a good idea to do someday? Yes. I think it's a really good idea. Frederick does too, actually, but we have other things we want to do first. That's the problem. We have quite a long list of things that we could do to make the system a little bit better, but unless they're going to make the system a lot better, why don't we do the things that are going to make the system a lot better first? Moneymaker has the next question. When will the direct JSS button be added? Very soon, I believe. Very soon. But I don't know. I don't know exactly when. Like I said, we have other things we're doing first. Should go pretty quick. Okay, is everybody all set? Then I wish everybody great success at Just Been Paid. You deserve it. Next time I'll be in here will be on Thursday. Don't miss the JSS training tomorrow night. 8 o'clock Eastern Time, that's when it starts. Don't complain about not cycling the JSS positions. Learn how to cycle them. We give you all kinds of help. Tomorrow night, that's when it happens. And then after that, at 10 o'clock Eastern, I'll be in again to see if I can help people out and introduce the new people to Just Been Paid, help them get started on the right foot. Maybe there'll be something new tomorrow night to mention. I hope the regional representatives page. I think that's going to be huge. Okay, everybody. Thanks very much. Have a great evening still. Bye-bye.
Wow, great meeting, huh? How's everybody doing?